Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be covering over how to level up your relics. So the first thing you need to know about leveling up your relics is that you need to run your daily dungeons. So you get 5 daily tickets and you get an extra one based on your monthly pass. Your monthly pass gives you a certain amount extra depending on your VIP level. I'm VIP 6, so I get 12 more tickets. And you always want to buy your extra daily 3, so that's going to cost you 1500 quartz. Now you're going to want to do that because dungeons provide a very valuable resource, and you use those currencies on these relics, and these relics give you passive buffs that are extremely powerful. These top relics are ones that you use with your dungeon currencies, including the combo relic down here, and you want to be leveling these up as much as you can. Now the way you want to level up dungeon relics is actually pretty interesting. You want to dump 0 into red unless you have everything else maxed. You dump 2 times the amount you would into yellow compared to green and blue. And you want to, so essentially you want to have this level 2000, but these two level 1000. 1500 on this, 750 on both of these. You want these to be half of your yellow. Now this does change if you're a ranger. You do want to focus skill damage more, but early game players should be playing warrior because it's just so much easier to build for. The next 3 relics I'm going to be talking about, or the next 4 I suppose, are your refined stone relics. So you have your attack relic, your defense relic, your health relic, and then your celestial. Each one of these is extremely important to max, and you follow the same rule as you would with your attack relic compared to the yellow relic, so you want this to be 2 times the level of these two. And the reason for that is because attack is just so much more important than everything else. Once you're done with all that, you're going to be working on your celestial, and this is going to be your big late game dump. It has over 300, it has 300 levels, and it's very difficult to level up, but it's always worth it because it gives you a very high amount of stats. One more relic I'm going to be talking about is your companion relic, and this relic is actually worthless. Companion stats are just not really worth it, especially attack. They don't do that much damage, so you just don't really want to focus this unless you want to have just a cool looking relic later on. The next 4 relics I'll be talking about are the Goblin's Coins, the Goblin's Post, the Sage Roll, and the Elf King's Flute. These relics can be upgraded with your gold and quartz, and it's very important to level these up, especially the Elf King's Flute. The Elf King's Flute gives your golden goblin to appear more, which is how you get a bunch of quartz in Adventure. The Goblin's Coins gives you 10 more automatic goblin capture chances, so essentially when you have the automatic goblin capture, it has a chance to activate. This essentially guarantees that it does capture it. That's how I interpret this relic. Hey guys, future me here. I'm now editing this video and I rewatched my Goblin Coins section and I realized that it might not be true. I asked my friend Cito and they said that's actually not what it does. What it does is it helps free-to-play players have more chances to see the gold goblins. So if you don't have the monthly pass, then you'll have more chances to see the gold goblin per day. This is only for free-to-play, so you don't have to buy this if you're buying a monthly pass. And the final 4 relics I'll be talking about are these last 4, and these are the pay-to-win relics, essentially. You can only get these by using your quest points, which is the premium currency in this game, and they're all very good. The one I'd recommend upgrading the most would be the Magic Institute Disenchantrix. This gives you pretty much 10% more chance to get 2 times when disenchanting. So essentially you have a 10% chance to get double what you'd get from disenchanting something. So when you're disenchanting mythic fodder, for example, from tier dungeon, you usually get 2,000 eternal tokens, but with this you have a chance to get 4,000. It's very good. And then these last 3 give you kind of similar buffs to these two, but a little bit different. The Golden Goblin is the same thing as the Elf King's Flute. The Golden Goblin is just really good. Go and grab that. The Goblin Treasure, just another very obvious one. You just give more gold. And then the Goblin Master Key gives you more Rift Grants Rewards rate, which gives you more gems, better chest drops and rifts, and more seasonal points. So it's also very nice to have. In priority, I'd recommend upgrading this one first, then your Golden Goblin, then probably your Goblin Treasure, and then you can end it with your Goblin Master Key. And the last relic I'll be talking about is the Rune Power Condensation. This is a relic that not even most endgame players touch because it just takes so many relics to level up. Essentially what you need is you need to run all these dungeons, and then you can condense all that power into this, and it gives you a little bit of each. This is very hard to upgrade. It takes a lot of dungeon tickets, and it's just not worth your time usually. The last thing I want to mention is that even in this current event, which is the Avoid a Dungeon event, there are ways to get more dungeon tickets, and I always recommend buying these to max out your relics, because relics are extremely important to max out. So if you don't have them maxed out, at least your blue, green, and the yellow, go and buy these. Otherwise, I'd recommend buying Mark of the Rift in this particular event. But if you see an event with dungeon tickets, it's usually worth the cost. And that's it, guys. I know this is kind of a shorter video, but I wanted to keep this short and condensed, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.